So this next song I wrote about a time I was busking and I saw an elderly couple in the street and they were holding hands. The old lady fell over right in front of where I was playing and she was unconscious, so I put my guitar down and I called an ambulance. And while we were waiting for the ambulance, her husband just wouldn't let go of her hand. And I thought, you know, that it's mad that you grow old with someone, you love him for so long and one day you're going to lose him. So hold on to the person next to you very tight. This song is called Tea and Toast. Tom was born in 1942 with eyes of blue, and the doctor said his birth was far too fast. His heart stopped twice, but yet he survived. As he took his first breath, his mother took her last. And his father knew that he wasn't to blame, but he never quite looked at Tom the same after. And he rarely spoke about her, but when he did, he said your mother used to say this.
Manchester Pride was probably one of the very early shows that I did in my career. I think I can never work out when the first one was, but I think it was about 8 years ago was my first one, so this is obviously my 8th, so it means a lot to me. I love supporting the festival itself and I love coming here.
The one I love the most, and in the morning I'll make you up some tea and toast.
I have been writing my new album actually, which is taking a very long time, but I'm producing it now, so it's on its way. I've done a couple of tours and I got married as well.
I could play you a new song from the new album. Have you ever loved somebody that didn't love you back? It's horrible, isn't it? I've got another question to ask. What noise does a sheep make? You're not wrong. What noise does a horse make? What about a cow? And what about a dog? See, has anyone asked you to bark at a gig before? Do you reckon you could bark for me?
I've played like V Festival and Tea in the Park and Bella Drum and things like that. I played Bella Drum again this year, the other week. That's one of my favourite festivals to play, but I love playing. As long as I'm playing, I'm happy. Like as long as I can maintain it, that's me. I'm sold.
Now you got me feeling so rough. You got to do it louder than that. 2, 3, 4. Now you got me feeling so rough. Now you got me feeling so. Now you got me feeling so rough. Now you got me feeling so. Now you got me feeling so rough. You got me feeling so. Now you got me feeling so rough. And then you have to go like this. Oh! You're perfect. This song's called Puppy Dog Eyes.
So my new song Dear You is all about mental health, and I kind of consider it one of the things that people don't really speak about enough. There's still a lot of stigma attached to it, and obviously what I do is write songs, so I wrote a song from the perspective of somebody reaching out to somebody else with mental health problems, and I think it's important to talk about it. I'm a bit of a crybaby, and obviously when I saw that it's my video being made and my ideas from my storyboard, I actually cried in the sad bits. But apart from that, it's amazing, and I'd love to do some more of it. Some people have asked me if I want to do any acting, but I don't know if I'd be very good at it.
I believe in you, you believe in me. You're the lighthouse in the storm. I believe it's true, I can follow you back to where the streets are paved with stone. Back to where the streets are paved with stone. Now you gotta do this. Whoa. To where the streets are paved with stone. Back to where the streets are paved with stone.
I get my inspiration for songs just literally everywhere. I'll be in the car or whatever, and obviously not driving, and I'll just write something in the notes of my phone, or it just comes from nowhere really. Like, it's very strange.
So I went on a talent show called The X Factor about 4 years ago. 4 years ago. That makes me feel old. And before I went on there, I used to play gigs up and down the country. I don't know if some of you heard this story before, but I was playing in a blues bar not far from here, right? And I was doing my normal set, just playing songs like, and in the middle of my set, a guy, where this lady is, right at the front of the set, he goes, "You're in a blues bar, you're not even playing blues music." I was like, "Sorry, pal." Anyway, I went home, I carried on my set, like, I went home that night, and do you know what I thought? I thought, you pissed me off. So I wrote this song, it's called Don't Know Nothing About the Blues, and I went back to that same blues bar 6 months later. Guess who was there? Well, it wasn't her, it was the bloke. But I played this song and he got up and he walked out, so this song's for him.
I actually had my first bit of homophobia, blatant in-your-face homophobia, for the first time in like maybe 5 years or something at Knowsley Safari the other day. I was called a dyke, a lemon and a leather by an old man. And I actually, for the first time in my life, managed to control myself and not do anything to him, but to anyone else that feels like they can go out and say those sorts of things to people, you're so full of hate, you need to drop it because you'll just become uglier and uglier until you shrivel into nothing. So that's to those people, but there's so much love around. I mean, we surround ourselves with good thoughts.
Said I'm just a country bumpkin and I don't know nothing about the blues. So at the time in the instrumental, I didn't know what to do that could piss him off, so I just stared at him like this. Said I'm just a country bumpkin and I don't know nothing about the blues. I met a bluesgrass musician playing the strings with his heart. He thought he sold his soul the way he played his guitar, but he hadn't. I met that guy down in New Orleans. Said I'm just a country bumpkin, but you don't know half the places I've been.